Hi, this is Rick from Edwardle Software, and this video is part of the training series for Poker Odds Calculator Pro. And in this video, which is going to be a real short one, I'm going to talk about just the different settings you can have with the app. So to get to the app settings, which is app-wide settings, you can go to the hand list screen and hit the settings button here. So here you have simulations, this auto adjust toggle, 4 color suits, and the card clicks. So the down here, these are really basic. Let's turn on the 4 colors, and now you can see. Let's gotta go here. Now you can see. Now we have 4 colors: red, black, red, green, and blue. Some people prefer those. Let's go back to the settings again. And the card clicks basically just turns on and off that clicking sound when you enter cards. It's very light clicking sound, but it can be annoying. So you can turn that off if you want. So those are the real simple ones to understand. Now up here, the calculation options. These are, let's look at the simulations here. You can choose between 60,000, 100,000, 200,000, all the way up to 1,000,000. And basically, simulations means sometimes the calculation engine can't possibly perform all the enumerations when there's a lot of missing board cards or really long, big hand ranges. So instead of performing exact calculations, it bombards it with simulations over and over again, and then takes the results of these simulations to calculate equity and wins and loss percentages and hand rank breakdowns and all those. So what this option does is you can adjust how many simulations it actually performs from 60,000 to 1,000,000. So if you want a higher, a more exact result, because these are approximate calculations, you just increase this number to, like, say, 1,000,000. If you, however, the higher the accuracy, the higher number of simulations, the slower the app will perform. And that actually gets magnified if you have more players. So more players, the simulations take even longer. So a good number to me, I prefer 100,000 or 200,000. And let's actually run it with 200,000. And just run it. Let's go to Calculator River. And let's do aces versus kings real quick. I'll show you. So if you calculate here, it should run simulations, and you can see it. Let's do that again. Quickly simulate odds all the way up to 200,000 simulations and returns approximate calculations. And if you ever forget how it was calculated, or you didn't see because it happened too fast, you can look up here, and when it says simulated, that means simulations were performed, and these odds are approximate and not exact. However, let's say there's some more board cards. See, now they're actually perform exact odds in this case. And the calculation engine will automatically switch back and forth between calculating exact and simulations. Now I'm going to put a little disclaimer here. See, this is calculated really quick. Well, this video is actually done on my Macintosh and not on... It's done on my MacBook Pro, so it actually performs a lot quicker than the actual iPhone app. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. If you figure, wow, that's really fast, it's not that fast on my iPhone. Well, that's because it's on my Mac. but you can actually see. Let's go back to the settings and increase to 1,000,000. You can actually see the difference. See how much slower it is. Da 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 da. There. But, however, the results are actually more accurate. And even these results, the detailed stats, these results are more accurate. And the equity heat chart is more accurate. Basically, everything becomes more accurate the higher simulations you are. And actually, inside here, you can quickly go to the settings by hitting this gear button to change it back. So now it changed it back to 100,000. So there's one more option, and that's this auto adjust button. So if you turn this on, let's set the simulations to 200,000 real quick. Now, if you turn the auto adjust on, what that does is it adjusts the simulations based on the number of players. So if there's more players, let's say 10 players, the number of simulations drop to 40,000 when there's 10 players. But if you subtract players, let's do 33 players, the simulations jumped up to 130,000 there. And if you do 2 players, it goes back to 200,000. That's because you have that auto adjust enabled. So that basically makes it so the calculations will perform about the same speed no matter how many players you are. However, just to keep in mind, if you have the auto adjust on and you have 10 players, the results become less accurate because you had it auto enabled to adjust the simulations. And another thing you can actually do is the settings can actually be done inside the app, but if you're outside the app, you can actually adjust the same settings from the settings app by going here, and now you can get to the same settings. There. So there you have it.